Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new LEGO set that was just released September 1st, 2023. This is LEGO set number 75354, the Coruscant Guard Gunship, coming in with 1,083 pieces. I was pretty excited to pick this guy up, primarily because it's a set that I don't have a ship of, but also because of the colorway. Now, I know a lot of folks were they weren't really too happy with Lego coming out with the guard ship in this color from the videos that I saw and stuff like that. But I was, and primarily the reason for that is because, let me pan over real quick so you guys can see some of my other sets. Lego Star Wars sets generally tend to be very gray, dark. Sometimes they'll throw in white and stuff like that. But when I saw this guy, I was pretty excited because once I put him in display, it'll add a little bit of color to my display. So this guy comes with 5 minifigures. They're right down here. So you have Chancellor Palpatine, you have Padme Amidala, Commander Fox, and then 2 Coruscant guards. That's really cool. I don't have any of those minifigures myself, so it's a win-win for me. If you turn around on the back here, it does show you the other side of the ship. Really nice. The door opens up, and then the minifigures can come in and out. This is obviously a minifigure scale build, so you're going to be able to play with it if you wanted to. So if you have younger children and stuff like that want to go ahead and play with it, you are going to be able to do that with this guy. So on the top here, you do get a couple of other looks at some of the play features. So you have the door that slides, the ramp in the back that opens, and then you do have stud shooters on the wings right there, which is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what all is inside. All right, so inside the box, you are going to get 10 labeled bags. They're not repeated, so you actually get exactly 10. And what I like to do when I build my builds is I like to divide them in piles of 5. The reason for that is because it gives me a point where I actually stop and take a break, or if not, I'll just kind of keep building all the way through. So this is perfect. I'll build bags 1 through 5, I'll stop, take a little bit of a break, and then come back and do the next pile. So in this case would be 6 through 10. So really awesome, 10 bags. I can go ahead and divide it. You also have your instruction manual here, and then you do have one small little sticker sheet here. So just make sure that you keep an eye out so you don't miss this guy, because it is in the box. Now, one thing I did want to point out with the instruction manual here, there is there isn't any information or anything like that as far as in the front of the manual that talks about the ship or anything like that. I like when they do include some little background and things like that, maybe background on the designer and how it came about, but with this particular one, they did not. Usually I tend to keep those manuals, the ones that have that information. The other ones I just kind of get rid of. But I also wanted to go ahead and let you guys know, if you're not familiar with the little QR code at the bottom here, now that if you're a part of the LEGO VIP program, I think it actually changed its name now, but you actually are able to scan this QR code, and if you add the set to your collection, it gives you some points that then you can use to redeem things on the LEGO website and stuff like that. So if you're not the type of person to keep the instruction manual and you end up getting rid of it, just make sure that you scan that QR code and get those points before you do. So let's go ahead and put this set together, and we'll take a closer look at everything. All right, so here is the finished product, and I have to say I really, really like the way that it looks. I love the colorway and everything like that. So let's go ahead and first take a look at the minifigures individually. So here is Chancellor Palpatine. He looks really cool. I like his hairpiece there, and then the torso, and then the bottom part here, he's got like a robe going on, so that's why they use this particular piece there. Then you have Padme Amidala. I like her hairpiece as well. It's got like this bun in the back. She's got her little blaster. Really cool details. No leg printing on her, but I figured, you know, just because of the way that she is, it's kind of like a plain figure, so that's probably why they went with that. Then we have Commander Fox here. He looks really cool. I really like the way that he looks. Obviously, he's wearing the red to kind of match the guard gunship there. He's got his dual blasters, his little visor here that comes up and stuff like that. Really cool printing on the chest and on the legs, and then on the back as well. And then you do get 2 of the Coruscant guards here. They're both exactly the same. Really cool, very traditional helmet there, and then the printing on the chest and on the legs. on the back as well, and they each have these larger blasters there. So I think it's a good selection of minifigures that comes with the Coruscant Guard Gunships. It gives you enough figures to kind of fill a lot of the different areas here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the gunship itself. Alright, so taking a closer look at the gunship itself, one of the first things that I have to say is I think it looks really awesome. It looks really cool, just kind of sitting there, getting ready to take off or having already landed or something like that. So this is going to be one of those sets, one of those models that's going to look really nice, wherever it is that you're displaying it. Now, closer look, there is a couple of things that I kind of didn't really like, just the way that this portion right here in the front attaches. It has a little bit of wiggle room to it, but I think they had to do it that way in order to give it this kind of angled look. This is where the two cockpits are. I like the way it looks. I like the function of it. The little shield here opens up, and you can go ahead and sit your minifigures in there. So if you wanted to have your pilot here in the front, you can go ahead and have that. And then you can sit Commander Fox in the back here as well. Really, they go in there pretty nicely. Obviously you take off their blasters and stuff like that. There is some controls right in the front of it. And you do have the decals and stuff like that. So all in all, I think that piece looks cool. Again, it's a little bit flimsy in the way that it's attached on there, but like I said, I guess that's just the way that they had to do it in order to make it that angle. So you do have dual kind of cannons in the front here. They rotate all different ways. That is really cool because it gives it a good play feature. If you were flying and you wanted to aim them down, you can go ahead and do that. So starting right here, this section, this door actually lifts up, which is really cool. You've got the hinge mechanism there, and it gives you access into an area in the front right there. I'll angle it this way, hope you guys can see it there. So there's a lot of room right in there if you wanted to go ahead and store some different things or stuff like that. It's a little bit shallow to have a minifigure go in there. We'll use Padme right here. So you'd have to actually kind of stick her or whoever it is that you're using in there. So that's probably more relegated to kind of gear and different things that you can put in there. And you can just slide it right back down. Now the section in the back here has a really cool mechanism. It's actually two different sections. You have this lower section right here, and then this kind of bar that runs across the top there. And then in the back here, you have this Technic piece that is exposed. And basically what you do is you can actually push it towards the back, and that actually activates the mechanism to open up the door, and it swings the door out. So I thought that was really, really cool. You can actually do it on both sides, and then in the back there you have a ton of room to put minifigures, maybe a speeder bike. Again, I don't know if that's gonna coincide with this scene in the movie, but you can fit a lot of stuff in there, and then you can just go ahead and push it back and close it, and it is ready to close as well. As I mentioned, you have the same option on the other side. You have the same little Technic piece in the back here that you can go ahead and push, and then that kind of swings the door open, and then you can go ahead and close it back up. And then the same mechanism with this other forward door right here. You can lift it up and then get access to that front section there. So I thought that was really, really cool. I love the way that this looks at all the angles. Even from the front right here, it looks really, really awesome. And you have your big wings right here with these, I guess this is the engine for the wings there. And then you have your stud shooters on the end. You have dual stud shooters on either end of the wing. You can go ahead and remove those if you didn't want them on there. I think it looks cool, but again, to each their own. And then when you turn it to the back, you have like this little cannon here that is on a ball joint that you can actually, rotate all around. And then you do have a little platform here. It's a kind of hangar door that opens up, and it allows you to, if you're using it as a play feature, you can have people kind of boarding the gunship there if you wanted to. You can have it sitting like that, and then have the minifigures boarding the gunship, and you can close it up right there. You have these little kind of thruster looking pieces in the back here. It looks really nice. And then at the top there, it just it almost feels like they should be something else right in this section right here. It just looks like it's cut out perfectly to put something else there. Now, if there is something else that can go there or is supposed to go there based on the movies or something like that, please let me know, because I really didn't know. Now, one last thing that I thought was really awesome, and it kind of goes with the play feature, is you do have this carrying handle that's made with these Technic pieces here that you can go ahead and use to pick up the gunship and kind of swish it around and, you know, have it fly. So I thought that was really cool. Again, it kind of comes up and then you can set it back down if you want it out of the way, but it gives you the ability to have somewhere to hold on to the gunship if you wanted to fly it around. Now, as far as picking it up, you can go ahead and pick it up, you know, just by holding it like this. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart or anything like that, but you know, the fact that you do have the carrying handle there, that is pretty good. Now, the one thing that this doesn't have is it doesn't have any type of landing gear or anything like that, so it will sit flush on whatever surface you put it on. And you know, obviously that's pretty much based on the design of the actual ship in the movies themselves. So again, I'm bringing in some of the other minifigures here. So you have Padme here, and then Palpatine here. I think it's a great, you know, great addition to anybody's collection. If you wanted to, like I said, if you want to kind of spruce it up and add a little bit more color or something like that, I like the fact that they went with this kind of crimson color there, because I think it definitely looks really cool in conjunction with some of my other ships. So there it is. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this new set, which is set 75354, the Coruscant Guard Gunship, Lego Star Wars. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.